All right, welcome back, Computer App students. Let's finish up our talk on resumes. The last one we did for me, I went through, had my name in the middle, chose to put it there, did my work experience, had 3 jobs over the last, 25 years or so, and then looked at education training, and I pretty much filled it up to a whole page. One whole page, plenty good and fine. Let her go. What if I am maybe similar to one of you guys where you don't have this much information? You haven't had, 20 years of work experience. So let's go ahead and get rid of, a few things here. And you're sitting there going, how does this look, Mr. Clem? This is my resume. And I would say, boy, that's an awful lot of white space down on the bottom. We should probably add a few things. Well, I already got work experience, education, training. What else is there? Or, yeah, I said that I was a freshman in high school and that I detasseled for 3 summers, but that's all I got, right? I can't make stuff up. You told me don't make stuff up. Don't lie about it. What could I possibly put in to fill this up to a page without making things up? And, those are great ideas. The first 2, again, contact information, work experience, education, training, is a way to show that you are or have employable skills, right? Some of this other relevant information could be conversation starters, could be things to keep the interview up and going. So things like interest, hobbies, sports, activities, clubs, honors, things you've been recognized for, are all things that you could put in. And this is going to sound not right. We're not just filling it up to fill it up, but on the flip side, we don't want to turn in a resume or send off a resume with only half a page, right? So we need to add a little bit to it. So let's go do that. And we're looking at interest, hobbies, sports, clubs, things of that nature. Again, let's go hobbies and let's go activities. So let's say you participate in school sponsored type programs, whether that be fine arts, whether that be athletics. You could do a athletics, fine arts. And again, where is that at? That's on Cokato High School. So you're an incoming freshman. So that would be fall of 2020 to present. Now, what are you doing? Well, here's where you are, member of the football team, or you're a member of the honor choir, or participate in trap shooting. Again, fill in the blank with whatever it is that you do, with the ideas of member of a team, participate, fall musical, right? Member of the fall musical, part of the pit crew, part of choir, band, whatever that happens to be, okay? Or you have, maybe it's stuff that's not through school, right? So this could be club volleyball, so you could talk about member of the football team, member of the club team, this, that, and the other thing. Again, because this is a main topic heading, I come back here, I find my format painter, and I want to be consistent in my formatting. And you look and you go, Mr. Clem, honest to goodness, that's all I got, right? I don't have any more. If I put more down, I'm making it up. I'm lying. Okay, well, we don't want you lying. So some tricks to help us make this work, right? Make it look a little better, spread it out, whatever that is. Some simple logical ones, right? Start by highlighting your whole document. Maybe we jump up, and again, we don't want to go silly, crazy 26-point font. Now we're looking pretty goofy that way. Maybe rather than selecting one, maybe we type in 13-point font. And we come back and play with the name or even the whole heading and say, all right, we're going to bump the heading up to 14, and I'm going to bump my name up to 26. Right? And again, consistently, I got a double space between work experience and my first thing. So actually, let's maybe put a double space there. Double space between my heading and work experience, double space between work experience education. We'll make sure I got a double space there. Okay, again, you always want to go back, file print. Does it look like I am filling up most of one page? Do I have to print it all the way down to the very last little bit? No, of course not. But again, we don't want to run into a situation where we're trying to turn in or submit something that looks like this with half of your page empty. Okay. Last thing to chat about with our resumes is in our bullet points here. How do we describe the skills that we have? What we want to use is a worksheet like this, and we want to start those out with action verbs. Rather than having someone look at a resume saying, I did this, I did that, that's going to look old if you do it over a whole big 1 or 2 page resume. So Mrs. Clems is a really good example of that, where each of the bullets are starting out with a action type verb: chosen, participate, review, provide, examine, provide, review, analyze, ensure, manage. Okay? We'll send you this list of action verbs. But as we look, we have some that have management skills. Okay? So if you have skills that are managing people or projects, here are some different options. Words, action verbs you can use to describe your skill set. If your job was to somehow communicate things to other people, here is a list of words rather than just saying the same word over and over and over again. Addressed, arbitrated, arranged, authorized, of course, so on and so forth. Were you more of a back office, detailed, clerical type person? Well, here are some of those action verbs that describe that. Was it a teaching skill? Was it a technical skill? Was it a research skill? Is it a helping skill? Well, Mr. Clem, I've been a babysitter and nanny for several sets of people. Well, awesome. Here are some different ways that you can say what you did as opposed to I babysat. You'd like to think most people know what babysitters do, but I don't think you should assume that. Okay? So as we look back to our resume, I'm going to undo some of the deleting I did. Bring it back to where I had a pretty full resume. So again, as I look at these, some kind of cleaning up, some clarification, again, taught, coached, okay, student taught. Now, under this auditor, I could and or should go back and start looking at, some financial skills. Did I analyze, appraise, audit, calculate, develop, forecast? These would be skills to help me start out my sentences underneath my bullets. Okay? So that's going to wrap up our resume. Again, there is no one way to make a resume, but there are some flaws that are going to look bad when you make a resume. Spelling errors, grammar errors, not good, right? Having it only fill up a half a page, not good. Having it fill up a full page and then have one little sentence on the second page, not good. Having it disorganized, not clean and simple, not enough spaces in between, so it's easy to read for the person who's taking a look at it. Okay. Be able to explain any gaps in employment. Preferably, you don't have gaps in employment, and don't make anything up. Right? Don't put something on there. Don't. It's one thing to take a thing that you've done and kind of snazz it up and make it sound good. Don't make stuff up, right? Because if you go tell a company you can do X, Y, Z, they hire you because of that, and now you go, oh, I don't know how to do that. They turn around and fire you just as quickly as they hired you. Okay? So that is taking a look at Microsoft Word from a resume standpoint. On a Google Doc, I would say everything is pretty much exactly the same.